to coffee and pizza, drones were once a novelty. Well, now they're part of our everyday lives.
But what do you get when you put together a former RAF pilot and a robotics engineer? A game-changing drone that's built like Hercules aircraft, delivering essential medication to outback Aussie towns. Lara Vella has this report.
It's from the air that the vastness of outback Queensland seems never-ending. But thanks to this drone, a lifeline is never too far away, delivering essential medical supplies to regional communities. The company is Swoop Aero. Everything from the 3D designed and printed parts to the aircraft's assembly put together by these technicians in this workshop is done right here at the company's Port Melbourne HQ, where we find co-founder Eric Peck.
So at full production rate, we'll be making 2 of those kite aircraft a day right here in this facility, and then shipping them out to the flight test range and then immediately exported to our operations all over the world.
The Kite is the company's 5th generation aircraft. It can travel a distance of 170 kilometres and carry up to 5 kilos inside the aircraft, the perfect size for a batch of COVID-19 vaccinations.
It's our payload box. This is a recyclable Australian-made box, made right here in Melbourne. It goes into the payload bay nice and easily, and shut the lid, and off you go.
How do you make sure that it doesn't kind of swing open when it's mid-flight?
It's got some big magnets, industrial magnets on the bottom there, and also it's actually held down aerodynamically as well.
Eric describes the design of this as a mini Hercules aircraft, and he'd know because he used to fly them during his 9 years in the Air Force. But it was when he met his robotic engineer co-founder that the idea really took flight.
Rather than trying to turn a toy drone or a hobby drone into a delivery drone, we thought we'd take the 70-tonne Hercules aircraft, I used to fly in the aircraft, and use my co-founder's robotic engineering experience to condense that down into a 25-kilogram electric autonomous aeroplane, and that's what we've done.
These essential medical deliveries aren't just across Australia. In fact, a huge part of the company's work is done in Africa.
For the networks in Malawi, Mozambique and DR Congo, which are 3 of the biggest drone logistics networks in the world, we carry pretty much all the medical supplies that people get at the local healthcare centre. So everything from COVID-19 vaccines to emergency deliveries of rabies vaccine or oxytocin, right through to general supplies like penicillin or Panadol.
And those deliveries are also controlled right here by these specially trained pilots who operate the aircraft's takeoff, flight and landing from tiny home-based sheds scattered in Africa and regional Australia, and soon our capital cities.
In the next 18 months, get ready to start seeing this drone flying over inner Melbourne and inner Sydney. And by the end of next year, a drone double this size will become a flying mobile chemist for outback Australia.
We're not delivering, roast chickens or coffee. We're always going to be delivering things that are adding value to society. And it's when you read a story from someone that we've interviewed in a village in Mozambique, or understand the impact you've had by being able to deliver someone's medication to them in regional Queensland rather than them having to drive into town for 2 hours. It's those small on-the-ground stories that make everything we're doing worthwhile.
Gee, it's a brave new world. That is fascinating technology.
And an Aussie company right at the centre of it.
Like controlling these planes in Africa from sheds in Australia. Bizarre. Mind blow.